it does look like it's a nice, easy and simple system.
Hi everyone, and welcome to Let's Talk by Shopkeep Easy, where we discuss how our shop platform can help reduce hassle and raise more for different community groups. Today we're joined by Emma, who is representing Leighton Buzzard Hockey Club, who got in touch with us just the other day, and I thought it'd be a great chance for me to put this online and explain all the benefits with regards to the hockey club. So you can join us in this conversation. So hello, Emma, how are you?
Good, thank you. How are you?
Yeah, very well, thanks. So first of all, really, just explain to me, you obviously reached out, you've done a little bit of research, and I think you were referred to us by another hockey club, actually. So maybe just give us an idea of, first of all, what you're looking for, why you're doing these investigations.
So we have got a current kit supplier, but we've had a few issues there and things like that. So we're just sort of looking at other options potentially as well. And I think what we quite liked from Bedford Hockey Club is that their platform sits on their website. So their shop is on their website. It all looks like it is interlinked, and it looks like you're buying from Bedford Hockey Club. And my sister plays for them, and her kit's always been really good quality. It's come really quickly. There's been no hassle, no issues at all. So yeah, as a club, it's kind of just that sort of thing we're kind of looking for now. In terms of also just better quality stuff as well. The shirts we've got at the moment, a few people that have joined recently have not been too happy with the materials. And again, I sort of saw on the website you work with different people. So it'd be just quite interesting to sort of see how it all works and how the kit supply works and all of that.
Brilliant. So kit predominantly. And what about other things with regards to, I don't know, collecting money for subscriptions or other sort of payments and things like that? Have you considered doing anything like that on one shop?
I mean, we haven't at the moment, no, but we only actually went last season was the first season we kind of turned where we used to pay subs and every week you pay your match fee. We've kind of now gone, right, this is a one lump sum it's going to cost you. You can either pay it monthly or in one installment.
Okay.
So it's sort of the first time we've gone completely cashless, because most people used to pay subs online and then would pay their match fees, like their £10 or the £5 in cash every single week.
Okay.
But the treasurer was a bit like, oh, I was struggling to get down the bank, didn't really want all that sort of money. But also it's just easier to track when it's online. So it's definitely an option. That's something that we potentially would look at as a club as well.
Okay. And what about things like, I don't know, if you're able to maximize sponsorship and sponsorship monies from local businesses and things like that? Have you got somebody that looks after trying to find sponsors in your local area?
So that's being revamped this season actually, because we feel the role's kind of got a bit bigger than just sponsorship. It's also looking at grants and fundraising as well.
Okay.
So sort of this committee meeting, we decided we haven't got anyone doing that role at the moment, because we feel like we need several people doing that role in order to help and support, because we think it's a lot bigger now than just purely sponsorship. So it is an area we're actually looking into and the best way to run it.
Okay. So like I said in the introduction, basically our whole ethos is around making it easy for you to run an online shop. That's basically what our platform, but also to help you raise more money for your club. And so obviously kit is a big part of a club. And when you talk about kit, it could be things that help you raise money or control money. It could be things that mean that you don't, because traditionally clubs have had to order loads of stock in, and so you have to tie up your cash in the stock. So if there's ways that can free that up, then that's a benefit. It can be things like being able to have the flexibility to price items that you're selling so that you're making a bit of money on every sale. So that's with regards to the kit. But then we thought, well, if we have one destination shop that is your shop, like you said at the beginning with Bedford, where you can collect money for everything, be it subscriptions, tickets for events, fundraisers, your kit, everything. It becomes a destination then for everybody in that club, and potentially a little bit wider within your local community. And if that becomes the case, then it opens up sponsorship opportunities of your shop that you can then benefit from as well. So it's basically like a whole one shop, because I know you probably run your website on Pitch, something like Pitch Hero or something like that. Is that right? So they obviously do advertising and things on there, and they're benefiting. But we want it to be your shop where you can benefit from all that money rather than somebody else. So that's that. Yes, exactly. So that's the general thing. So probably the best way, rather than me talking on about all the benefits and everything, is just to kind of show you an example. So since so I think it was Bedford, as you say, that recommended you to us. So what I'll do is I'll share with you their admin dashboard, is what we call it. So there's 3 elements to our platform, and it's a bespokely built platform. We haven't relied on any third parties on it. We've built it ourselves based on all the knowledge we've had with working in communities for many years. So there's a front end, which is what your customers see, your players. There's what we call a mid end, which is what you have. It's your dashboard, and where you can control the shop and various administrators that you give access to control your shop. And then there's the true back end, which we control, where we look after all the fulfillment of products and things like that, all the nitty gritty stuff, which you don't need to get involved with. So it's quite nice. You get to do all the fun bits, like design your shop, pick what products you want to sell, price them to make money, and then we look after all the difficult stuff, like actually shipping things out and making them to order and things like that. So let me just share my screen with you. So this is Bedford Hockey Club's mid-end. We've got to think of a better word for that, I think. And it's this is where they control everything on their shop. So here you've got the account, and if you go into there, it's got the account settings. You can add administrators to it and things like that. I won't go in there because it's very sensitive information.
Yeah, no, that's absolutely fine.
Then you've got the funds there, and that's a little bit like going onto a bank statement, and it's got all the ins and outs of the money being paid in and taken out, which I'll talk through in a minute. But the main thing is this menu bar across here, and it's structured chronologically in how you would build a shop. So you add a shop item, you can manage it. If you hold any stock for items, you can manage that there. If you want to look at the orders that have been placed, you can look at that there. You can design your shop, you can market your shop, and this last one here, you go and visit the shop and see what your customers would see.
Right.
So, and then on each menu, when you click on it, it's got a sub menu underneath each thing there. So if we go onto the add shop item, this explains there's 6 different types of item that you can create on your shop. So you can pick items from our catalog. We work with lots and lots of different brands. So the sporty ones, which, like Adidas, or in the golfing world, Callaway and Glenmuir. In the sporty thing, we've got Under Armour, things like that you can personalize with your logos or designs. And most, I would say 98% of the items that are in here, we do on demand. So you can literally design an item, add whatever it is on it and price it, add it to your shop, and then you don't have to order any stock. Literally, when somebody in your club orders one, we then manufacture it on demand and ship it direct to them.
Okay, amazing.
Yep. So it's like really
so we don't have to order like 50 shirts and just have them.
It all depends. So if you start getting, so Bedford, we've had to do a bulk order with their shirts because it's a particular design of, but if I just go in and show you, I'll talk through that in a minute. So if you click through into the catalog, that we've got it split into different sections. So we work with a lot of schools, for example. So we've got uniform and we've got things like that, and there's the sportswear. But let's say you wanted, I don't know, to design a hoodie for some of your team members or whatever for a particular event you were doing. You can click into there, and you've got here are all the different hoodies that we provide, and they're all different in their own way. This has got stripes on the arms, these have got different colors, and you might then want to click into a hoodie, You can create different shop pages. And what that is, when you go onto your shop, when we visit that later, there's different shop pages to segregate different things. So if you look at Bedford Hockey, they've got one shop page which is subscriptions, one which is junior kit, senior kit, masters kit, clubhouse clothing, socials, which they're not using very much at the moment.
Yeah.
AstroTurf bookings. They've got various, they've developed that how they want. So let's say we were creating a hoodie and it was for the club socials. So you were selling some tickets for a club social and you wanted to do a customized hoodie for that. So you want to personalize it, you want a pink one, and then you can add a design to wherever you want on that hoodie. So let's say it's a, I don't know, left chest, and then you might want to add, now these are pre-created designs. If you wanted to add a new one, you can add a new design. You can say embroidered, printed, you can add it there. So if we said, I don't know, this one, and so you want this thing on the hoodie, yes, that's fine. And then you can give your customers the option to personalize it even more. So do you want to give them the option to print their name under that logo, or print their name on the upper back, or print their initials on the right chest? And literally all you do is just tick them if you want to give them that option. Then you press save, and then what you can do is that item is now created. It's pretty easy. And now you can rename that item. So I might name it the Leighton Buzzard hoodie, for example. And then you can change the design to make it look like the item that they're actually buying. So you just edit the picture like that, press save, and now you can choose what price to sell it at. So you press edit price. So our price for manufacturing and shipping that is shown here under our SK price for all the different sizes. And then the shop price is shown on the right. So let's say you got a bit carried away and you decided to charge £250 for every hoodie. So every time you sell a hoodie on your shop, you'll collect £237.25. Yep. Oh, I think you've been.
Yeah. Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Random question.
Yeah.
Obviously, with children's kits, so where it says here 5 to 6 years, obviously you don't pay tax on their clothing. Does that work it all out itself?
Yes, it does. So can you see there's that star there? That star means that it's vatable. So the price is VAT. And for the younger ones, they don't have that star because they're VAT exempt. And that's why the price is slightly different.
Right, okay. So although it says 250 at the moment, what will happen at the end?
Oh no, so the shop price would be 250 because you've set that, but that's including VAT at that one.
Right, okay.
But you know, obviously if you wanted to adjust it, you can go into each one and you could say, I want to charge £150 for that one.
Right, okay, got it. That's fine.
Totally up to you how you want to structure it. What it won't do is it won't allow you to go less than the actual price.
Yeah, that would make sense. So yeah,
exactly. So if I press now, the other thing you can do as well is you can. So let's say this was just for the juniors. I might want to actually not show the adult sizes on there.
Right. Okay. Got it.
So I can just take those off. So it'll only show the junior sizes. And now if I press save, that's now done. Now at a later date, if you wanted to edit that again, you can come into manage items, and within here you can sort by, I can't remember where, I think I put it in socials, didn't I? Go to club socials, there it is. And now I can actually go into that item. I can change the name again. I could edit the description if I wanted to. So you could actually put in the description something like, this will be brilliant on our day out to wherever it was, you know, whatever you've created it for. And the other thing, you can edit the image as well. So you could actually upload an image. So what Bedford did for their subscriptions, for example, is they changed the image to represent, so here on a one senior, they've got a picture of one person on the senior
right, okay.
But then they've changed it. Well, we'll see that in a minute when we go to the shop. So if I now go to the shop, So I'll press visit shop, and here's the shop that they've designed, and they've got different banners up there showing the shop. And if I now select shop page and go to club socials, it now shows the pink hoodie that I've just created.
Okay, yeah.
At a bargain price of £150. And I now click on there, and it's got the description that you can edit, and you can go down, you can select what size you want. It's only showing the children's sizes because I deactivated the adult ones. I select that one, and if I want, on the back I can add my name.
Right, yeah.
Yeah. And now I just add that to cart and check out as normal. And when that's ordered, we will then manufacture it to order, ship direct to the customer, and you collect your £250 in this case.
What's the rough turnaround, or does it depend on different items of clothing on what the turnaround is?
It does depend. So we've got gift items, for example. So here we're adding to this. So you might want to create your own hockey club mobile phone case, for example.
Mm-hmm.
And so let's say you were doing that on, I'll add all these onto club socials because then I'll remember where to take it off. So this is where you design. So this is actually, we're really big into eco fabrics and things like that. So these mobile phone cases are actually biodegradable. They're made from bamboo rather than plastic, which is great.
Oh, nice.
And so what you do is you literally add your design, and I'm going to add a terrible, I don't know why I've got a picture of penguins in my computer. And then you literally can zoom it up. So, but obviously this might be a picture of your club, right? Or a group of your players all stood on the sideline or something cheering. Something like that would be quite nice with a design, with your logo at the bottom or whatever. And then you could add some text if you wanted, saying, Leighton, what do you have initials for your club? Is it Leighton Buzzard Hockey Club?
LBHC, yeah.
So you could do something like, you could do something like that. I'll probably make that color white, and then maybe you can change the font, whatever you want to do. So maybe that becomes your phone design. And now I'm going to press save. I'm going to call it the LBHC phone case, eco phone case. That makes it sound better rather than anything else. And then maybe I'll change the design to have this on. So I'll press save. And then again, like we did with the hoodie, you just change the price. So maybe I'll charge £25 for those, depending on what phone you want to have the case for. So again, now if I go back to the shop and I go back to club socials, we can see that the phone case has now been added. Mm-hmm. And you can click on that, select which phone you want the case for, and check out, add to cart, check out, just like we did before.
Okay.
Yeah. Now, for gift items, which coming back to your question, so for gift items, we ship within, it's about 3 days, and for clothing items, it's 2 weeks.
Oh, really? It's 2 weeks. Okay.
Yeah. Now, if it's personalized playing kit, so to come back to Bedford, so they wanted some Under Armour playing kit with some particular designs on it.
Yeah. That
is manufactured abroad, and that has certain minimum quantities and things like that. So what we did there is we launched the item on the shop, although they didn't actually have the items in stock, and their players paid for it because then they don't have to collect manual pieces of paper or cash. The players are just selecting which size they want. That they collect all the cash in their account funds, and then we were able to place one bulk order for the items through those.
Right, okay.
So it didn't actually cost the club anything because they'd already been paid for it.
Right, got it. So you launched it, then you sort of roughly waited to see how many orders came in, and then you done one big order.
Exactly. And then that was a longer lead time because, well, especially over the whole COVID thing, I think that was quite a long time. So that was about sort of, I don't know, I think it was something like between 12 to 15 weeks, something like that.
Okay.
But then they actually decided to top up a few items, so they've got some blanks in stock.
Yeah.
So, and then what we've done, so they had that all designed with their sponsor, with their everything except for the number on the back. And then what we then hold it in our warehouse at our design, the blank ones, although they're owned by the club, because they kind of topped up their stock. And then when a player orders a blank item and puts their number on, we then print the number on and ship direct to the customer. So they don't have to worry about stock holding then either.
Okay, fab. Do you sort of let them know when they're getting low on their blanks? So if they want to do a few more orders, they can, or?
We haven't got that feature yet. However, in stock, so if you go to stock here, you can actually see what stock you've got. That's a bit deceptive because that's their pitch bookings. I don't know what you're doing with that. But so if I go to, here we go. So these women playing shirts, there's 8 in stock, and you can see by size how many. They've got 2 available of the 2XS. They've got 3 in the extra small, etc., etc. So you can see it's very transparent, and you
when
can
it's getting
see,
low.
yeah, you just have to kind of regularly go and have a little look.
Yeah, no, that's fine. So you can check your stock take.
Yes, you can.
Cool.
The other thing that's really nice, and I'm not going to click into orders because it's got all the details everywhere. When you go into orders, you can download order history, and you can download it as a CSV, and it downloads all the information of all your customer orders, and you can see exactly what they've ordered and when and etc. But it also shows you how much you've raised as well. And so the chairman at Bedford found that really useful, so that when you're having your monthly or quarterly meetings or whatever, he just could do a sum total of that period and say we've raised X over the last period.
Okay.
It's just really easy.
And you can download it all, did you say?
Yeah, as a CSV. So you can, everybody's got Excel or some sort of spreadsheet software on their computer, and then you can just edit it or filter it however you want. It also then makes it quite nice and easy when you're launching things like subscriptions or tickets. So, for example, if I go to the tickets one here, it's just like a simple wizard, and I don't know, it could be a social, or it could be, we'll just say it's a social event, whatever you want to call it. Now you can either collect just the data for free, so it's not actually something sold, it could be a free ticket, but it would mean then you could download who's actually going to be attending.
Okay.
Yep. Then you have the option of collecting a one-off payment, so that might be for a club social, for example, or if you're wanting to do, I don't know, a membership or a subscription of something, you can collect weekly or monthly payments.
Okay.
Yep. And then you literally just type in the description of what you want to say. You can edit it later in the manage items. You can upload an image. So let's say it was I don't know, you're buying a ticket for something. You could, for a cocktail you could put a picture of a cocktail. But the reason why, when it's all downloadable on a CSV, it means you can get a bit more creative with what you're selling because you're not doing it manually. So you can then say, I don't know, 3 options, and you might want a child ticket, adult ticket, one with food. So you can get really creative, and then you can have different prices on each one of those options. You can make them either unlimited tickets, or if you want to limit the number, so let's say it was in a particular public space or a hall and you only had a maximum of 250 places, you can limit it to that number. And then you add it to whichever shop page you want to do, club socials in this case. You pick what price you want to collect for it, something like that. And then how many, I said it was limited, so I'll put unlimited, and then you just launch it. and then that's now launched as a ticket on that shop. So it's really quite simple. And then there's other ones, but we don't need to bother going. Are you a registered charity by any chance, or?
I have a feeling we're looking at, I don't know what we're doing. We're doing something that we're registering for, but I can't think what it is. So I'll have to ask my chairman for that.
Okay. Well, if you are, and you are then eligible to collect gift aid. So if you had a ticket for a particular thing, or you wanted to just collect donations, we can automatically collect the gift aid after checkout as well, which means you get an extra 25% on what they've paid, which is great. Own items. So that might be where I don't know, you may have some stock of something. If you've got existing stock of items, you can add that on here and collect the money. So everything's on this shop. Similarly, you might decide to just collect money for something else. I don't really know. I can show you some examples of that. But again, it's very simple. It's just like the wizard I just went through, and you're just basically saying, right, this is what it's called. This is, here's an image. This is how much I want to collect for it, etc. And you can also select the delivery option. So whether it's for collection from you or whether it's something that you'll post out.
Okay, fab. Quickly back on the tickets, and just quickly, can you do sort of like, if you get one ticket it's £40, if you get two tickets it's 75, sort of those options?
Yeah, so what you could do, it's all about kind of being creative with the options that we've given you here. Literally, I would, if you were wanting to do something like that, I would say, it's 3 options, and you'd say the name here is 1 ticket, 2 tickets, and put save 20%.
Okay, and you do it that way.
And 3 tickets. And so it's really, we've basically given you all the ingredients to be able to do anything.
That option, fabulous.
Anything else there? You can design the shop, so you can upload banners that on your shop page to make it look like your main website. And that's, so I showed you their shop. So here we've got Bedford Shop. You can add items onto your home page, so those are the main featured ones, but then you can go to their different shop pages. And AstroTurf Bookings is obviously something that they've done, so they've added this probably as an own item. They've basically said it's a 1-hour booking for a maximum of 6 people. funny that maximum of 6 people on a quarter pitch, and you can select how long you want it for with the price, confirm the booking, add to cart, and do it. So they've kind of found a way to manage pitch bookings. And I also found another site which might be interesting. So this is a football club. So this football club here this is on their dashboard again, and they've created lots of shop pages, but they've actually created hidden shop pages. And so if I go to club equipment, so this is where they've added their equipment, but it's a free ticket, and it's basically just for them, for their different coaches, to notify them how many first aid kits they need, or how many.
So you can go in and say, right, we need more cones, and they can add it, and then we can look on the back end and go, okay.
And that's why it's a hidden page, because obviously they wouldn't want people going and ordering all this stuff, because it's it's not really, we're not delivering anything here. This is more just to notify the club that they'll give this secret link out to their coaches and say, if you need any linesman flags, go and order it on here, and then we know that you as the coach can do that. And they've put a number of stock items, so they've only got 16 linesman flags left. So that's a really interesting way that they've used our system to do that. The other thing that they've done as well is they've created a hidden page for sponsors. So they probably communicate out to companies and say, if you want to buy kit for us, you can go and do this on a sponsors page. They've also, if I go on to their main shop, so their homepage here, again, you can recognize the layout, but it's a very different design. They've got, you know, wristbands, and they've a club starter pack, and they've got lots and lots of different things here. Sponsor a player. So there's some really interesting ideas coming out. But they also created a whole page, I noticed, on used football boots. So they took photos of, they got people to donate their football boots, and then are selling them on the page as an own item. And when you add your own item or create your own item, you control what quantity you've got. So they've obviously put one of this, one of that. And as soon as it's sold, it gets removed from the website.
Amazing.
So it's a really, really good way of, I know you were mostly talking about kit, and I haven't really covered the kit very much, but it's literally, it does everything.
No, it is interesting, because as well as kit, I do look after our dinner and dance events and things like that as well. So it'd be a lot easier to manage it if they can buy it all on the same page, and then I can obviously say, have a look at who's bought their ticket, and then we have to pre-select your food items. So once I know that someone's bought a ticket, I can then contact them and send them the link to then select their food items, for example. Where at the moment, it's our treasurer having to go onto our online banking to see who's bought tickets for the dance, and then updating me, and it's just a bit of a longer process.
Yeah. And the other thing as well is you find you're using so many different systems everywhere. And so you're saying to your members, right, if you want to do this, you've got to go here for this one. And if you want to do something over here, you've got to go and do this over here. And it just gets so disjointed. So at least here, they can create a customer account, and they can have a history of everything that they've bought with your club. And for you, you've got everything in one dashboard, all on a downloadable CSV or whatever. So it just makes it so easy to manage and administer.
So when you order items, so I work in events, so I use a lot of systems like this for eventing. So when someone buys a ticket, they obviously receive an email to say, thank you very much for buying, blah, blah, blah. But we write all of these emails from an event point of view. So you can add the links you want, or you can add logos and different things like that. Would that be a case with this system, or is it just automatic emails that you guys just have already set up? It doesn't matter either way, it's absolutely fine.
Yeah, so the emails automatically go out because we have one email confirming their order, and because they can be ordering so many different types of things, we don't have different emails for different products, because we don't really know what you might be creating. So we literally have a generic email that says, thanks for your order. And we do kind of explain, if you've ordered on demand, you know, an item that needs to be manufactured, then it might be a wait of up to 2 weeks. If you've ordered an item that's in stock at the club, because we tell them that at checkout. So if it's something that you're holding in stock, we say this will be ready for collection, and you can notify them with specific instructions, and with, you know, click of a button on our platform to say, I don't know, come and collect it on a Saturday between these hours here, or, you know, we'll send it home with your child, or whatever you want to say. So so you can notify them to collect. We do we've got some innovative things. So one of the things they can select, if you want them to collect from club, and we group customer orders together and ship in one order, but we pack individually per customer. So it means then the carbon footprint is only one delivery, which is great. And it's to you, and it still makes it easy for you to hand out, because you don't have to rummage through and sort it all out. It's still individually packed.
So I could have it all sent to me, and then I say on a Saturday I'll be down the pitch from 10 to 11. If you've ordered something, come down and collect it from the pitch.
Exactly. Right, cool. Yeah, to make it really easy. In fact, we did, I don't know whether you know, the Scouts have like a biannual event called Eurocamp, and they have scout groups from all around the world come, and they used our shop platform for that, and they had from all around the world ordering their different things, and then they had it delivered to the field in one big lump sum, so they could hand out all the orders in the field to the particular groups and to the particular people. So so that's an extreme example of where it's been used. Anything else?
Obviously with kit, I know obviously it depends on what you pick and different things like that. Are we able to get sometimes a sample of a type of material each kit is, or anything like that? Just obviously necessarily picking. Sometimes it's all well and good look at an item, but we might then not like the material, or is that not really an option?
It depends on the type of, so what we can, it depends on which way you're leaning on things. I mean, probably our main partner for our designed club kit is probably Under Armour.
Yeah.
And so if you wanted to do that, I'm sure we could arrange them to send a sample to you so you could have a look at that. And then, but obviously it wouldn't have the design on that you would want. It would just be for the fabric.
Yeah, no, for the fabric. And sometimes being yellow, we can get some funny looking yellow colours. So sometimes we just like to check the yellow that it's going to be, because you don't want it too bright and too golden and things. So yeah, sometimes they're a bit funny with the yellows and they just want a little sample of what that yellow colour looks like, so we get the right yellow. But no, that's fine. So my sister's got the Under Armour top, so I can
we work with lots of suppliers, and ultimately they're the ones responsible for that sort of stuff. So
that's fine.
Our platform is really, I would describe it as the enabler. We're sort of the thing in the middle that makes sure that all these things go smoothly, and we kind of join the dots between everything. So and help reduce the hassle for you and help you pull everything together with regards to raising more money.
Yes, no, it definitely sounds like it would make my life easier. For sure. I definitely have to run it past, but no, that sounds really good. And then is it sort of a fee we pay you yearly, monthly, or something like that to look after this?
Yes. So we have on our platform a way of kind of, you can set it up and you can there's a sort of a monthly charge and there's different tiers for this type of thing, because it's a sort of a proper professional club and all that kind of thing. What we sort of recommend is that you have a kind of a setup cost to actually, so that we set up the shop for you in the right way, in the right fabric. So we have so our normal charge for we call it our premium account, which kind of unlocks all the things I've just been talking about now, is £30 a month.
Oh, okay, 30 a month, and that's your premium.
Yep. But in the first year it would be £60 a month.
Okay.
And that would include the setup.
£60 a month.
It'd be £60 a month for the first year, and then reducing down to £30 for the subsequent.
Okay. That includes setup. Okay, so then obviously
that's paid a year in advance, so it's.
And then when we sell the clothes and things like that, so does that just, whatever we set the price at, that's what it is? It's not you're going to take off how much it costs you to get it and then we get the difference?
So if I explain how the fees work on that, so let's do a really simple example. So let's say you design a t-shirt.
Yeah.
Our cost for manufacturing that is £5.
Okay.
And you charge £10 for it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then when somebody pays £10, that £10 goes into your fund account.
Okay.
Yep. And we automatically deduct our £5.
Okay. Yeah.
Plus we have a margin fee, which on the premium account is 3%, which is probably, I don't know, £5, that's probably about 15p or something. Plus our the transaction cost, which is 2.9%.
2.9% transaction cost.
Yeah. So that would be 5.9% plus any VAT if that's applicable in whatever case. So in that case of £5, it would be, but that's not off the entire price. That's just off whatever the money you're making, and so we call it the margin fee.
So we can take that fee.
But I think if you do
so just to check I've got that right.
Yeah.
We design a t-shirt, it's £5 for you to create. For example, we sell it at 10. Someone pays £10, that goes into our fund account.
Yeah.
And then from the fund account, you would take the 3% margin fee, the 2.9% transaction fee, and the £5 it costs you to create the item.
We first of all take the £5 off.
Okay.
And then you're left with £5.
Yeah.
And we then take that margin fee and the transaction cost off just that £5.
Just £5 that's left. Okay, sorry.
Not off the £10. We take
the 3%. and the 2.9 is off the remaining £5.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Remaining £5. Just helps with costing, like when you price up, how much do you price it up to still make sure you're making
exactly. And the other thing I would say as well is that, you know, when you look at the prices of our, you know, I don't know, embroidering a hoodie or whatever, it's not the cheapest price. It's pretty good, but it's not the cheapest. And the reason it's not the cheapest is because we have to factor in with our suppliers that we might only order one of those items.
Okay.
And if you were to order, and we can definitely do a bulk order with you. So if you want to order, you know, 1,000 tote bags or 1,000 hoodies or whatever it is, then you can do, and that will reduce the cost. But what we found with all these community groups that we work with is if you do that, you're always left with boxes of remaining stock. And it's a false economy to be saving 5p or whatever it is and you'll have boxes and boxes of stuff that'll just take loads of room, and you know, it's just cash there sat in a box.
Yeah, no, we definitely won't. I think that's what we kind of want to get away from, is bulk ordering, because I think where we're at the moment, it's kind of, we don't bulk order, but then if someone orders and it's not in, they then order some for us, but then that can take weeks because it's coming from like China and everything like that. Where at least with this way, for plain shirts, for example, we might go, okay, we have 10 in your stock, and then if we can see they're getting low, we can then order some more, and it's a lot easier to manage because we can see where we're at. Where at the moment we don't have a clue when they're low, if they're running out of sizes, what sizes they're running out of. Like, I don't know any of that. So at least if I can see online what's selling well, what sizes are selling well, it's a bit easier to then manage what sizes we order and what we don't order, etc. So
yeah.
But no, that's good. I think that's it.
There's nothing quite like this out there, and I've been in this community, supporting communities industry for many years, and I've built this around all that knowledge and trying to just help them get control of the money aspect of things, making it really easy for their audience, and helping through that to reinforce their brand within the community as well. And you know, there's things I haven't touched on because otherwise it would be here all day, but you can add local business services and products to your shop as well. So if some of your members work in local businesses and want to support you as a club, they can add their products and services at a discount, and it means that you've got more traffic going to your shop, which means then from sponsorship opportunities that you can control, you can get a lot of revenue. And I know that, you know, Bedford's done really well with their sponsorship things over the last year, and you know, it's probably played quite a part.
Yeah, no, absolutely. You know, that's always fantastic. I say we have a chiropractor that I think the whole hockey club uses, so always a good one to promote. But no, this is all really helpful, and it's nice that it doesn't just do the actual clothes, it's other elements as well, so it makes it sort of worth the money every single month if you know you can get your subscriptions, your tickets. And you know, there's a lot of senior players that end up with old shoes or sticks, and the juniors that don't know if they're going to stay around or not. Sometimes, you know, the stick's always a good one to buy at a discounted price and an expensive price. So
yeah,
no, there's a lot to it that what looks like it could work really well, but I've just got to take it back to my treasurer and my
totally understand
and have that chat. But no, it does look like it's a nice, easy and simple system.